Hi, and welcome to our Detroit Lions Day 1 Draft Review with Chris Spielman. I'm Mike O'Hara, and we're brought to you by the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Chris Spielman, you were in Philadelphia for the first round Thursday night with doing your job with Fox Sports Radio. What was that whole scene like? We saw it on TV. It looked like a victory parade after the World Series or the Super Bowl.
Well, I think it was unique, and I don't think any draft experience has been like that as far as the enthusiasm from the city where the draft was being held. I think close to 60,000, and my driver this morning said it must have been closer to 70,000 he heard. So it just goes to show you the popularity of the NFL and the popularity of the draft. The draft in itself has become its own entity, and it's a lot of fun, and people get into it.
Well, I like the way you said my driver. They treated you better as a broadcaster than they did when you were a second-round pick in 1988. But speaking of linebackers, the position you played as an All-Pro and a Pro Bowler for the Detroit Lions and the Buffalo Bills and then with the Cleveland Browns where you ended up. Detroit Lions 21st overall draft linebacker Jarrad Davis from the University of Florida. Looks like just a perfect fit, need, and best player available mesh for the Detroit Lions. Break it down, Chris Spielman. Tell us what you saw.
Well, I thought probably Reuben Foster was maybe a notch above Jarrad Davis. That's all things being equal. I think when you look at Jarrad Davis, he has all the intangibles, leadership. He checks every box. The play of Reuben Foster was some concern with his shoulders, also some maybe off-field issues that he's dealt with. But with Jarrad Davis, you can see that he has a nose for the football. He's very instinctive. He does not quit on plays. And I think it's a nice combination to go with Whitehead if he can actually earn a position next to Whitehead. But right here is just good awareness off play action, not getting sucked up into the line of scrimmage and able to come out and knock the ball loose. And anytime you have a player with closing speed like this and the ability to finish, that's a plus. So not only you're getting a good run stopper, but to me it seems like he has a knack for blitzing. Right there he has a missed tackle, but again, it shows his ability to get to the quarterback when he does have the chance to blitz.
You know, you did the preseason games for the Detroit Lions last year and broke them down in the 3-and-out, all 16 regular season games, plus the playoffs. How much of a need was a linebacker?
Well, I mean, everybody was counting on DeAndre to come back. Well, DeAndre, unfortunately, never could come back the way DeAndre was hoping to or the way the Lions were hoping to. So you're kind of filling in with guys. And I'm saying the guys did a nice job, but, you know, obviously it wasn't nice enough if Bob Quinn's going to take a linebacker with the 21st pick overall. And so you try to get a guy in his ultimate judgment on Jarrad Davis is, does he make plays? And where does he make plays? And he makes plays from sideline to sideline. Right here he's working off blockers and he's able to get and finish and be the first one on the hit against Tennessee. And that's the other thing too, Mike, that you have to be able to do is defeat linemen and not give yourself up 1-for-1. And even though you do have gap responsibility, you still have to make plays in the open field, just like he did, showing the speed to chase down a wide receiver on a jet sweep.
You know, Chris, we're looking at him in uniform right now making plays, but when we talk about intangibles, character, leadership, football IQ, intelligence, all of that, how important is that and how much does that play in your mind into making a pick?
Well, I think it's vital, and there's got to be a passion for the game, and there's got to be something that other than just talent. I mean, obviously, the more talent you have, the more chances you get in this league. I mean, that's just been proven time and again. But I think if you have Reuben Foster here and Jarrad Davis here, the difference is the intangibles over Reuben Foster. I don't know if that's the case or not. That would be my guess, because if I had to pick linebackers at this spot, I mean, many people had Reuben Foster in the top 5. But if I had to pick a number 2 inside linebacker, this guy is by far the second best inside linebacker. Now, that doesn't mean he's not worth the 21st pick, because I think he is, because of everything, the playmaking ability. He has a good knack for the passing game. He's in his leadership skills have been outstanding, and he's just been a playmaker for Florida for a long time. Right there, you see that play, Mike? Just a knack for the blitz, being able to avoid contact in traffic. That's a sign of a good linebacker.
You know, I would have said the same thing and analyzed it the same way you did. You know, Chris Spielman, before we wrap it up here, it's not a one-round draft, it's 7 rounds. Just really quickly, what would you think the Lions will look at going in?
A corner. maybe another defensive lineman, and probably running back and possibly wide receiver. So I would go corner first myself.
Chris Spielman, that's it for now. We'll be back tomorrow to review day 2.